Hey guys, welcome to Tales of Xillia. Yay. Another Tales game. This has been requested quite a bit, but it took me a little while to get through it because there's this weird thing that happens in this game, in that there's two main characters which have their own separate stories, and I wanted to go through both playthroughs. Thankfully, this game is shorter than most of the other two Tales games I did, being about half the time, I would say, at least. And, so, yeah, that's it to take as long as it could have. It would have been kind of annoying having to do two playthroughs of Vesperia or Graces. But, yeah, we're going to start off our playthrough. I'm going to be getting into mechanics because there is two stories. Okay, there's one story that's sort of intertwined, but there's two characters with their own slight differences in their stories, and I'm going to be combining both their playthroughs into one playthrough, basically, is what I'm going to do that. I'm going to get into more details on how that is going to happen a little bit later on, but for now we're just going to hit new game. We're going to get some little bit of cutscenes, and then we'll get to the selection point for the storyline and all that fun stuff, so new game! Oh, and stuff here. Yeah, camera speed, that's inverted. And then we're playing on normal for the playthrough. Everything else I think should be good. And we are good, I think, safe.
The spirits are dying. I fear the power of Spyrix is behind this. We should investigate. So how long has it been? 6 years? Time sure flies. Come. Fenmont awaits.
Dreams and wishes are fulfilled. Such is the life of all who live in Riza and Maxia, where hope springs eternal. The spirits have the power to bring man's wishes to fruition. And in turn, those wishes preserve and protect the spirit's livelihood. Therefore, it could be said that Maxwell, the Lord of the Spirits, is in fact the guardian of all things. In this world, no known evil exists that could threaten this harmonious cycle. But if one did, perhaps it might lurk in the hearts of men.
Hey! Oh, so sorry!
And there we go, we are at the character selection screen. So this is a little bit weird because there's two main characters. On the left side, we have Jude, a kind, clever medical student who left home to attend school in the capital city. Poised to graduate, Jude is eager to find his purpose in life. His story, compared to the other character, Milla's, is basically, it's more story-oriented. This is the playthrough I'm going to be going through for the most of the game. Milla's playthrough, a mysterious young woman accompanied by 4 unseen beings she comes across as calm, collected, and wise beyond her years. Her playthrough is more of character building and is more oriented towards, in my opinion, a second playthrough and not a first playthrough. Jude is more along the lines of main story, and overall it's better. In my opinion, there are certain parts of the story where Jude's is a lot better and more important than Milla's. Milla's is sort of like a side story, which is kind of how I feel about this selection thing. I feel like Milla's story was just tacked on, and it could have been combined quite easily in, except for a few points, it could have been combined into the same thing. Like, same game and same storyline. It could have been all been sorted out on its own, basically. Which is not what I'm going to be doing. There are a couple of moments in Milla's playthrough which are a little bit spoilery, that are a bit more twist, like they turn out to be a twist in Jude's story. Like, I played through Jude's story first, and they were sort of like, they were plot twists. Milla's story has a couple of moments where they kind of spoil a couple of the plot twists, but that's whatever. But anyways, Milla's playthrough is going to be a New Game Plus Plus playthrough. I'm going to be discussing that here when it actually comes up. But first off, we're going to start off with Jude's story, and we're going to get going. Sweet.
Okay, let's go.
Just as a quick note before we get going here with the story, this is the grade shop. It's only available after you beat the game. I'll go through what the grade shop is in general later on, but just for those who care about the Milla playthrough, this is for the Milla playthrough and not the Jude playthrough. The Milla playthrough is a New Game Plus Plus playthrough, so I have a lot of grade which I just spent here. But I'm going to be, you just go through this right now on, like, if you care about it. I'll go through all of it later on when it actually comes up, when I beat the game and such with on Jude's playthrough. I'll go through the entire shop and what they all do, but just know that these are the things I'm taking right now, and I'll discuss them more later when I actually beat the game and they actually become prevalent and everything here makes sense as to what it actually is, because there's a lot of stuff, even though you may have seen Tales games in the past, there's a lot of stuff that's going to be different about the fighting system and all that. Some of this might make sense, but some of it won't. So I'm just going to wait until after that when everyone knows what's going on with the game, and that's going to be that. So here we go.
You okay? Those documents must be for the registrar's office.
Yeah, thanks for helping out. You sure you have time for this? Don't you have residency training with Professor House?
Don't worry about that. You're in a rush too, aren't you?
Shoot, you're right. Thanks again. You better get moving too.
Right. Crap, I'm gonna be late.
Oh my god, there's controls on the screen. Oh no, go away. You can reset the camera? News to me. Okay then. Anyways, we're going to start off first. We're supposed to go forward there, but of course, don't go forward. There's some stuff that we want to do here. If we can yet. Can we do this? I don't think we can yet. I have no idea. Whatever. You look different. Guessing professor or teacher of some sort. Anyways, yes, we are Jude walking around it. Oh, here we go. Orange gels! That's what I was kind of looking for. Okay. Sweet. Yeah, let's just move on. Jude is a graduate medical student and kind of a genius. So he's got that going for him. And we are at his school currently in Fenmont.
Tardiness won't get me any extra credit with a professor. Let's see, what building was he in again?
I think it was that building. The game is trying to tell me this, I think. Anyways, we're gonna walk around looking around, because there's lots of things to grab in this game. There are treasure chests, there are random bags that sit on the floor. Don't think we'll come across any of those in town here. And then there's little things that I like to call ooh shinies. They're like bags, but you just find them on the floor. It's stuck to walls, everything. They glimmer, you go up, you touch them, and everything is good. Anyways, we're just gonna go into the reception area here.
Professor House, are you leaving?
Well, look who decided to show up.
Yeah. Sorry I'm late.
Worry not, lad. Now, keep this between us, but I've been asked to help down at the lab. Top secret research, they say.
A request right from Orda Palace? Wow.
I need you to keep an eye on things until I get back. You can handle it, lad. Only patients with appointments will be coming in today.
What? Oh, right. I need you to sign my class credit form.
Your graduation thesis is coming along, I presume?
More or less. I should have the first draft ready by Ignis.
That's cutting things close, don't you think? The end of a race is no time to start slowing down. After all, I'm planning to make you my top assistant after you graduate.
Thank you, Professor.
I'll be back in a few hours.
So much for an easy day.
Yeah, he's a teacher's pet. Yeah. Anyways, let's go walk around a little bit. Random man. Hey, he actually came out of the... He's gonna walk back, isn't he? I'm curious. Are you gonna walk back, or are you just gonna stand there looking awkwardly? Because I thought it was kind of cool that he came out of the barrier we can't go past. Oh, he just keeps walking forward. Does he stop when we look at him in front of him? He does! Holy crap! I haven't really... Sweet, everyone does it. Sweet! I have never actually took time to go and do that kind of crap in this game. They actually interact with you. Stop. Hammer time. Okay, let's move on. Enter this room here, and we will have fun.
I can't believe I messed up my spirit channeling. That's kid stuff.
Okay, you're good to go. It's funny, though. There's been a real epidemic of channeling failures today. Any idea what went wrong, Mr. Eldon? Your brain's mana lobe looks tip-top.
I'm not really sure. I mean, I was able to draw out mana like usual, but then it was like the spirits ran off or something.
Like they were gone, huh?
Anyway, thanks, Doc. At least I can get back to work. It's my wife's birthday, too. Now I don't have to worry about letting her down.
No more patients for today, Dr. Jude.
You sure this is all above board, Nurse Prin? I mean, students aren't normally allowed to see patients by themselves.
Don't ask me. The professor is the one shirking his duties. He knows full well that urgent patients always show up. Serves you right for agreeing to stand in, if you ask me.
I guess with the amount of mana at his disposal, treating 10 people isn't any more taxing than treating 1.
He spent so much time developing his mana lobe that it skewed his perspective.
Beg your pardon. Have either of you seen Professor House?
Come to think of it, he should have been back by now. Why? Did something happen?
We've just been told he's been chosen for the Hal Prize.
What? Wow! Research honors don't get any bigger than that.
They want to see him immediately, but he didn't tell anyone where he was going.
Don't worry, he told me. I'll go fetch him.
Sorry for always sticking you with the odd jobs, Jude.
No worries, I'm used to it. I'll be back soon.
Okie dokie, now we're done all that, we can get some stuff done. Yeah, actual walkthrough stuff. Because there's side stuff that can be done now. Okay, so there's a series of sub-events, side quests, whatever you want to call them. I think they're called sub-events in this game.
Let's see. No point in leaving the city. And the Sea Haven is out of the way. My best bet is to cut across the central plaza and enter the research district. I should find the lab with Professor House there.
Yeah, minimap. Gee, I could take the path that leads me out of the city in the exact opposite direction I need to go. I could go to the port, which will allow me to leave the entire place and, like, this entire city via sea and go the opposite direction of which I need to go. Or I can go the only way that sends me to the area I need to go. Brilliant. Anyways, this guy over here has got our first submission. Just walk up to him, apparently.
What are spirits? You could say they're an invisible presence that permeates our entire world. You could say they're the font of spirit arts, feeding off the mana from human mana lobes. You could say they're the guiding hand that turns the wheel of all existence in Rize Maxia. In other words, the symbiotic relationship between human and spirit is at the core of every facet of our lives. But we don't know when this relationship began. How did humans and spirits relate before our modern spirit art culture? What was the world like then? Ah, it's hopeless. Once again, the sun is setting without any answers in sight.
This is Fenmont? The sun never rises.
How'd your medical training go?
Yeah, I was going to say, the city's an eternal night. Yeah, they don't see the sun, so... yeah. Anyways, let's go to the teaching wing. So that was our first sub-event. I will go into here, into the event list, and we will get a list of everything that comes up. A synopsis of the plot, and your current objective can be found in the event list. There is also a sub-event list, and their objectives. Using the event list, you can change which objective is displayed. When Navi button is pressed, you can complete other objectives, of course. So we got Jude's story. Jude's story is just the main playthrough of the game. If you were playing as Milla, there will be a Milla story as well. Sub-events, the Cycle of Rize Maxia. That's the event we just completed by talking to that dude. So we can click on this. Professor reveals that the order of Rize Maxia is upheld by the symbiotic relationship transmitted through spirit arts. There you go. So we can get a list of things that are underway. So first encounter, our main objective right now, is underway right now. We're on our third stage of it. We got a synopsis of what the hell's going on, and then we have a completed list and then a list of all. The list of all, basically the only difference between like the completed and the all is literally like minus the underway, and there's a possibility of failing some side quests, some missable side quests. That one we just did is actually missable. Yeah. Dr. Jude sure is diligent. He even works hard on projects that have nothing to do with his training. He's just a good guy who likes helping out. but doesn't he plan to apply for a job here? Yeah, on Professor House's recommendation. He's going to become Professor's #1 assistant. Honestly, I'm kind of jealous. I guess that's what he gets for flaunting the whole nice guy routine. That's a pretty cynical way to put it, but honestly, don't you think so too? Well, I guess at times it does kind of seem like he's just doing a nice guy act, right? I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but sometimes it does make me wonder about his true intentions. I'm not saying it's a bad thing either, but I know exactly what you mean. Damn it. And pout. So there we go. That mission was called Rumors About Jude. I have an entire list of every subquest because there are some that are missable, like the first 3 that we're going to be getting completed here right away. Those 2. In Milla's playthrough, you can't do this until that. You can't do that mission, and the next mission we're about to do aren't available in Milla's playthrough. They're Jude only. Whoop, wrong button. But the first one that we had, the guy talking, you can come back here later with Milla and you can do it then. So, yeah. I'm going to be making little notes about that. Sorry if they kind of spoil some stuff, but, like, some things are just completely obvious. The one thing that always bugs me about this city and this city only is the backdrop. If you actually look up, it bugs me, and this is going to bug everybody now. If you actually look at the top, they kind of look fake. Like, you could tell it's just a 2D backdrop. It's drawn. It's anime drawn. And it's just kind of annoying. The sky looks amazing because it's all wavy in 3D, but the 2D backdrop and behind the wall that's just moving on the plane, it just looks really weird. Anyways, this is the central plaza. Here we got a bunch of stuff, so I'm just going to go through. This is the mini-map. You can bring it up with square. The bottom, so we are the arrow. We're pointing down. Below us, south of us, is a little diamond circle save thingy. Oh, here's the icon key, I guess. I got the weapon shop, the armor shop, the accessory shop, the item shop. We got an inn over there. Apparently there is no food place here. Maybe it would come up later.
The falling lumen petals sure are beautiful today. I'll never forget how stunned I was when I arrived at Fenmont and saw the lumen trees for the first time.
That's the wrong way. That leads over to Palace. That's the other place. Oh, this is a... Oh, where? This place is... This little foyer thing is so confusing. I still forget which one is the inn and which one's the shopping district. I'm pretty sure that one's the shopping district now. Yes! Good. I was just looking at the map, but I was going off of previous playthroughs. Anyways, this is the research area, and the third thing that you can do, and you should do...
I believe Professor House won the How Prize.
Oh, whatever. I don't care about those little tied conversations.
You messed up your foothold art again? How many years have you been working this job?
I didn't mess it up. It was working fine, and then it just stopped.
Professionals don't make excuses. You young folk just can't concentrate right. Here, look. First, you use your art to stabilize the wind. Huh?
See? Even you can't get it right now.
Just shut up and get back to work. Remember, we have to adjust all of these lights today.
I know.
Sounds like a lot of work. I wonder why everyone's having so much trouble spirit channeling.
No idea, but I'm sure we'll find out. Yeah, so this is just the research done. So that was the third sub-event you can do right now. That's everything we can do for a little while here. So we're just going to continue on with the storyline. We're going to get some stuff done.
Sorry, the lab is closed to the public at this hour.
But I'm here to pick up Professor House. He's from the Talon Medical School.
House. He already left.
Is that the sign-in sheet? Huh?
Satisfied?
Couldn't I just dart in really quick just to make sure?
Sorry. Rules are rules.
Right. Now what? No way those guys will let me in.
Oh, another event updates, but I'm going to call it quits here for this first episode. Oh, come on, I can't now.